Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ebun. If it's your first time stopping by, you are welcome. Thank you guys for coming back to watch another video. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so, you guys. We're almost at 400, I think. Yeah, 400. Let's get to 500 subscribers, please, and then 1,000 and all of that. Happy New Year as well, because today is July the 2nd. Yeah, it's my birth month, the best month. So in today's video, I'm basically going to be talking about how I moved from Nigeria to Canada during a pandemic, more like a story time and everything, all that happened. So if it's something you're interested in watching, please stay tuned. So basically, I kind of always knew I was going to come to Canada. Not always knew. I kind of knew I was still going to end up here because, you know, I had siblings here. So back in like BSc and university, I already started making research about the whole Canada immigration, about schools, processes, and that was like probably in my 300 or final year semester. So that's when I was doing all of that research on schools, programs, processes, you know, all the whole Canada information, which is kind of where I have a lot of information, or I know a lot of information about like Canada and stuff, because I've been making research since like how many years ago now? That's like since like 2016, since like 2016-ish. Yeah, 2016, 2017. So back then, so like I just really wanted to just know about the whole process, and like so that when it's time for me, I already kind of know what I'm getting into. I know what is required. Although at that time I had not, like, obviously I had not made up my mind on the school, I had not made up my mind on the program I wanted to study and stuff like that, but I just had like a general idea of what the entire process was going to be like. So in 2019, I actually came to Canada, but like as a visitor, and one of the schools I had in mind to go to, I decided to go to this school just to ask questions on the programs, the requirements, the instruction. Well, not the programs, the program, because I already made up my mind the program I was going to study. That was in 2019. Yeah, I was done with university about 2 years ago at that time. So yeah, I knew the program I was going to study, and then I decided to go to the school, which is the school I eventually went to, just to speak to somebody and get their requirements and stuff, like everything that I would need to know more about the school, and even see the school if it's a place that I would like to go to. That was before the pandemic, obviously. So yeah, that's something I would advise. I mean, you don't have to be there in person. You can easily send an email to like your potential schools that you think you're going to go or you have on your list to go. You can send them an email if you're unsure about the requirements on their website, just so you really know what you're doing. That's if you're not using an agent. If you're using an agent, I guess your agent can help you with the entire process. So send them an email just so you have like enough information regarding what you're going to go in. So when I came back to Nigeria, that was like September of 2019. Yeah, that was like September of 2019. I started to, you know, gather my documents, because I asked when the portal was going to be open for international students to submit, because I plan to start for spring of the following year, which is spring of 2020, which is like May resumption. Yeah, so at that time on their website it was still closed for international students. Only domestic students could apply and all of that. So I asked, and I was told around like October, November it would be open. So I used the rest of September. I was like, towards the end of September, I started to gather my documents, because while I spoke to the man that I spoke to at school, he told me one of the requirements for Nigerians is you have to submit your WAEC results as well as a WAEC scratch card, because they found out, Nigeria, oh my gosh. So they found out that, you know, some students probably lie about their results and stuff, so they actually want the scratch card so they can validate your scores for the WAEC. So that was something I knew I had to get. So I went to get a WAEC scratch card, I think from, was around Ikota, one of those cyber cafe places, whatever. So I went to get the, you know, I gathered all the documents I would need. I also, you know, planned about getting my transcript from my school. I went to Coventry University, if you don't know, in Nigeria. So get my official transcript from them. I didn't need IELTS, because I need to do the IELTS exam, because Nigeria is English speaking. So I know some people ask me if you have to write the exam for school. I don't think you have to write the exam for school, but if you're using the Nigerian Student Express route, you would have to write the exam for the visa processing, all of that process. But yeah, I didn't need to do any language tests and stuff, and they didn't ask me for, like, it was a requirement, but they didn't ask me because Nigeria is my country and I speak English. Yeah, so I started gathering all the documents, kept checking their website occasionally just so I'll know when it opens up. So finally around like late October or like early November, I just checked the website and I realized that they literally just opened, because I checked the day before and it wasn't open. So the morning of the following day I decided to just check and it was open. And guess what, because I had all my documents ready, immediately I applied. I feel like I was even the first person to even apply. So I had all my documents ready, like I was ready, like. So I just submitted my application, paid the fee, and I got an email that they received my application, and I would know if I get admission later. So about 2 weeks after, about 2 weeks after I got my letter of acceptance, I got admitted into the school, and I was excited. And with all the research I had been doing for like since 2016, it's not like every day I was researching, but like I already, occasionally I'll just research, how's this done, that kind of stuff. So with all of those research, I already knew what I had to do to submit my visa application. I already knew I was not going to use any agent. I mean, I could do it by myself. It's my documents, and I know how it is scratching me to want to go. Like, I'm the one that wants to go, so I just felt like I'll be able to do this thing by myself. Like, why do I have to pay an agent 300 and something thousand, 207,000? If you're paying an agent, I'm not coming for you. It's just me personally, I could do it by myself. So I was like, why not? And with all the research I had done, I kind of already knew like what to do, the steps to take, and what to submit, how to arrange a document, and all of that stuff. So I already knew that, so it was pretty easy for me. At that time, they had not started the Nigerian Student Express program, so I mean, I just submitted it normally. I didn't do like upfront medicals, or I didn't do like the IELTS exam or all of those things. So they started in 2020, but that was after I had submitted my application. So I'm going to link a video up. Is it usually here? I guess I think up here, where I made a video on how to apply for a study visa without an agent. So in case you want to watch that video, and it was pretty explanatory, like, and I did like a visual demonstration, showing the forms, showing the portal, the CIC portal, and all of that stuff. So it could be helpful for you to check out the video after this one, because it's pretty much very detailed. So I gathered my documents, letter of explanation or personal statement, whatever they want to call it out, letter of support from my parents, my siblings, bank statements, police reports, all of those documents that I mentioned in the previous video. I got all my documents, and I submitted January the 14th. I don't forget. I submitted January 14th. That's when I submitted my applications and paid and all of that stuff. So yeah, I submitted, and because I've been to Canada before, which means I already submitted the previous application and I did my biometrics at that time, so I didn't need to do my biometrics this time, because your biometrics is valid for 10 years. But I think if you have to do like permanent residency, or if you have to do like permanent residency, you still have to do biometrics. But any other temporary visa you're applying for, you do not need to do any biometrics again, as long as it's within that 10 years range. So by February 8th, I got a notification from the portal to go do my medicals. I got the medicals request stuff because I didn't do my medicals upfront. So that was February 8th. I got a notification to do that, and I did mine at IOM Medical, which is at Ikeja. I think that was like February 24 or 25 or 22nd, February 20 something. One thing I'll say is book early, because I got my request to do my medicals February 8th. I started calling, like, because obviously they have approved list of medical hospitals or something that you can go on, like their phone numbers and stuff. I started to call the ones in Lagos, because I think they have Lagos and Abuja, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But they were booked out, like they were booked for the entire February, even March. And with the medical stuff, you have 30 days to do it. So I couldn't even do that. Like, so I was happy when I found IOM Medical and they said, okay, they're available for February 20 something. So yeah, basically I did that. So my point is, book very early, because so many people are trying to leave, and also it's not just Canada. There's like people going to UK, people that are going to Australia, people that are going to US, and even Canada that need to do medical. So it's a lot of people. I remember I got there by 7 a.m. and I left by like 4 p.m. ish, like 3:30, 4 p.m. ish. It was crazy, and it was a mess, and you guys already know how Nigerian stuff is. It was just a lot of struggle, and it was draining. So yeah, so around February 27th, yeah, I got a notification that I passed my medical test or medical exam, and because the hospital will send your results or reports to IRCC themselves, you're not going to send it by yourself, that kind of thing. So yeah, I was happy. And if once they tell you to go do your medicals, just start packing your bags. It's time for you to leave. So yeah, that was that. Around March 5, I got like a correspondence letter. I think they call it a correspondence letter, to just letting me know that my biometrics is valid. So yeah, and after I get that letter, I just start expecting like passport request. So like on March 6th, I got my passport request letter to submit my passport at VFS, and I was so excited about that. So yeah, I went straight to VFS in, is it Ikate or Freedom Way? Yeah, I went straight to VFS to submit my passports. That time, I don't know if you guys remember, March last year, that was when we were hearing, oh, COVID, is there COVID, is there no COVID and stuff. The thing was getting known in Nigeria, but VFS, they were still open at that time. That was like early March. So I went there, submitted my passport and stuff, and then COVID was getting known in Nigeria. Before I knew it, everywhere shut down. So my passport too was shut down. My passport was stuck. I had my passport stuck there, not in VFS. I feel like they already sent it to them IRCC, but I kept tracking. I kept tracking and tracking. It's still the same story I saw, because everywhere, the whole world, like everything was shut down. So literally, honestly, it didn't sink to me. Like I just thought it would be something like a month, 2 months or stuff. My dear, if someone told me that it takes 7 months for me to get my passport back, there's just one word I would have told the person: ridiculous. Man, I would say it was tough waiting for my passport, because I submitted in March. If you guys are hearing, that's my cute nephew making noise in the background, so just ignore, please. So I submitted my passport in March, but I didn't get it till September. Yeah, it was really tough waiting. Like it was really tough waiting, because I resigned my job in April, because I already got my I booked a flight for April 19. I remember that's when I was supposed to travel, April 19, and my classes were supposed to start in May. But then along the line, my school reached out to us, like reached out to me, saying if I would like to defer, they'll take some dollars off my fees, like basically like a discount, because they were just still trying to push the people currently in session online and stuff. So they wanted to see if people wouldn't mind like moving to September batch. And that was even cool with me, because what I had to lose, I never got my passport back. Although it's not like I was worried that it wasn't approved, because I was sure that my visa was approved. I just needed my passport to even go. And at that time, I even knew people that went to Togo, because there were travel restrictions and stuff. I knew people that started going to Togo just so they can travel out. Like it was tough, and I resigned my job in April, because I thought, oh, at least by July I'll be out of here. I'm sure God was just laughing at me like, look at this one. One thing I learned last year is you can plan all you want, but like God's plan is still going to come to pass, whether I like it or not. But yeah, it was tough, because rules after rules after rules. Different countries, Nigeria has its own rules. Oh, these certain airlines are allowed. And by the way, I booked Lufthansa back in April, so Lufthansa wasn't even allowed. All the top airlines were not really allowed at that. Like this was around August. Yeah, this was around August. Like there were just different rules up and down. Oh, that's when I started talking about quarantine plan, all this. I was just like, what is this? Like, what is going on? Like every time I reach a certain place, it's like something entirely different will come up. So sometime in August, yeah, I told you I had moved my admission to September. Yeah, so sometime in August, VFS opened, but not for people to start coming in, like to their workers. So they were like, if your passport is with us, we'll reach out to you and deliver it to you by courier. Like a courier come drop it to you at your house. You have to fill a form and then you make payment. They had not reached out to me. They cleared that I went to go make payment. I think it was like 11,000 naira I paid just so I can get my passport back. Something that I would have just gone by myself to the office to collect my passport and stuff. I paid, I made payment, and I saved the transaction receipt. That one day they shall reach out to me and I already paid. Like I just like to prepare ahead. I don't like rushing last minute and stuff. And I could also procrastinate, but most times I like to be well prepared for stuff. So I made payments and saved the transaction receipt on my mobile app. By September, I had signed my classes online, and it was crazy. It was crazy because of time difference. I was sleeping when everybody was awake. I was awake when everybody was sleeping. I mean, I was having classes 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., 12 a.m. And after that, it's not like, oh, after the class is over. Some classes you have quizzes, you have assignments to do, you have tests, so sometimes I would sleep like 5 a.m. So I'm sleeping when like people are waking up in my house. Like, I'm eating when everybody has finished eating. It was tough. It was tough. It was annoying. Well, not annoying. It was a good experience for me, but it was just not easy. I had to like get used to it, like take some time to get used to it. So literally one night, I think this was September 15. Yeah, one night someone just said, just check your CIC portal. So I checked it, and then I saw the final correspondence letter, information about the study permit and visa and all that stuff. You had to print that letter with you when you come to Canada, because you had to give it to the border officer. By then, I already knew that my passport was on my way back. I knew that my passport was on the way back to me. I was so excited. I mean, I slept so good that night. I slept very, very, very good that night. So by the end of that week, or within that same week, VFS reached out to me like 2 days later, or maybe even the next day, I don't know, but like 2 days later ish. Basically that week, VFS reached out to me, and they were like, by email, they sent me the form to fill, and then details of the account number, basically the payments. But your girl already made the payment, so guess what? I filled the form. Immediately they sent it to me, scanned it back to them by email, attached my transaction receipts, and boom, I was so happy. So that was on a Friday. I remember on a Friday, I don't forget. By Monday, I got a call from DHL that they are my estate gate. I should come pick up my package. I was so excited. My passport was back finally after 7 months. So there came another struggle, flight. At that time, there was still like this whole restriction. Nigeria put a list of, like a schedule of flights are not allowed, and blah 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 blah. I told you that I booked Lufthansa for April previously, and Lufthansa still wasn't allowed. But during the entire summer, I was still checking. Like, I was like, oh, okay, there is a flight that, while I was working, because we had to go to Ghana and like Monrovia and stuff. So that particular flight I've recognized, and it was allowed in Nigeria at that time. Like that, I was checking around. This was like end of September. Yeah, this was like end of September, October. Yeah, so I was checking around, and I realized that, okay, so this is what I planned. I was going to go from Lagos to Accra, Ghana, and then the same day catch a flight like Lufthansa, because obviously I had my Lufthansa flight already, and they're already like, oh, even if you don't use it, you can carry it over. It won't expire till like end of the year or end of this year or something like that. So I wasn't really worried. My own was just, okay, I'll probably just need to get a flight from Lagos to Accra, Ghana. So I went on. So when I was checking during summer, I was still seeing that Lufthansa was flying in Ghana, like flying from Ghana to like other places in the world. So I wasn't really worried. So now time for me to check again, just to be sure, so I can book a date and things like that. I went to check, and I realized that Lufthansa wasn't even available at that moment in Ghana. I was like, what is this? Like, are you kidding me? What is this? Anyway, I saw KLM was flying, and yeah, so I requested a refund from Lufthansa, which didn't even come till, this was like October. It didn't come till like November. So it took like basically a month or 3 weeks before they sent me my refund of my flight money. So I booked KLM flights from Accra, Ghana to Toronto, which obviously we have a stopover at Amsterdam, and because you can't really get a straight flight, especially come from Nigeria and stuff to Ghana, you always have to stop over somewhere for Canada. So I got that flight booked, and then I had to book another flight with this particular airline from Lagos to Accra. So my flight was crazy, you guys, because my flight from Lagos to Ghana was 9 a.m, which I'll get to Ghana by 9 a.m because they're 1 hour behind. And then that night by 10:50 something p.m. or 10:15, I was going to leave from Accra to Amsterdam, get there by 5 a.m, and then I had to wait like 7 hours because my flight was now by 1 p.m. from Amsterdam to Toronto. So it was crazy. And guess what? In Ghana, once you're entering the country, like if you're entering inside, you're going to have to do like a COVID test. Like if you're going to pass through immigration office, you're going to enter inside to pick up your bags and stuff, you're going to have to do a COVID test immediately, regardless of the COVID stuff that you COVID result that you bring, you have to do a test immediately and get the results immediately, and you're going to have to pay $150. So I already knew that, and I was like, oh, I'm not entering anyway, I'm just going to wait, so that shouldn't be a problem. So I didn't prepare to pay anything or whatever. So as you get down from the plane, as you're coming out, everybody's coming this way. So I had to tell the lady that, oh, I'm not entering the country, I'm trying to wait. And this is 9 a.m. I was going to wait in Ghana from 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. when I was going to leave. It was crazy. See that universal adapter I talked about? It helped me, because that's what I used to charge my laptop, my phone, and all of my devices and stuff. It kept me company. So I told the lady, and she was like, my situation is tough, because bear in mind that it's not like Amsterdam that I'm connecting. It's not really a connecting flight. I just came to Ghana just so I can go to my final destination. So I would have to pick up my bag and now check in Ghana. And this was in the morning. There's no check-in, like at least 8 months if you start checking, it will be like 5 p.m. So the lady was like, and for me to get my bag, obviously I had to pass through immigration. For you to pass through immigration, you have to do a COVID test. I'm like, what's this rubbish? But anyway, thank God, one guy was like, okay, so security had to go with me with the man as well. So he followed me. So I literally passed through immigration without passing through immigration. Like, they had to escort me to pick up my bag, explain to the people at the counter and stuff, that she just wants to get her bag. So I was the only one. I went to get my bag, and I brought my bag back. Like, that thing was so awkward, like literally so awkward. Everybody's going here, nobody's really coming this way with their luggage. So, and I couldn't go into like the whole gate, and like I couldn't go to the gate. So I was just literally sitting at one corner with like basically where people will pass to go. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but my situation was just really, really awkward. And yeah, thank God the guy was like, oh, you'll get my number, if I need anything, like need to eat, because I couldn't literally go where the shops were and stuff. I was just in the corner. I couldn't pass there, because if I was going to pass there, first of all, it wasn't yet time, and if I wanted to enter into the country, I didn't plan to like stay with somebody in Ghana and stuff like that. So it was just really, it was a really, really a tough situation. But God's people helped me anyway. Like the ladies that were there and the people that were working there and stuff, if their shift is over, they'll be like, oh, tell their colleague my story, just to watch out for me, by like 5 p.m. you help her check in and stuff. So the guy brought me food at some point, water, drinks and stuff, I was like, thank you, and all of that stuff. Now it was time, like around 5 p.m. and because I couldn't enter inside, they won't let me go inside. So I had to, in fact, at this point I was exhausted. I'm tired of sitting down. At this point, I had to give one lady. She was really, 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 really helpful, and I'm so thankful for her. She had to help me check in. Like, she had to carry my bags, I gave her my computer, I gave her my documents to help me check in. So, because literally I couldn't go inside, I couldn't go to that point. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's just ridiculous. So in fact, I just had to trust her. I was like, what do I have to lose? I'm already sitting down here, so well, I might as well. If I really want to leave this country, I just have to trust her. So I just gave her everything. They asked for something, she had to come back. It was a lot of mess, and guess what? I couldn't call my parents with complaining and stuff, because I was the one that said I wanted to go. So I just had to keep my mouth shut and just sit down and just be thinking that at that point, literally, I was like, oh my gosh, who sent me? Like, that's what I was in my mind. I was like, who sent me? Why did I have to put myself through this? And I've never literally started my journey, because I was still in Accra. I was still going to go from Amsterdam to, I was still going to get to Amsterdam, and then before I get to Toronto, and Amsterdam, I was still going to wait 7 hours. And bear in mind, I still had classes. I even had a test self. Like, it was a lot of stress for me, but thankfully we made it through Ghana. We left, but there was a little flight delay, but yeah, we left, got to Amsterdam, waited another 7 hours. I even had a class at that point, so like, it was tough. By the time I got to Toronto, this was like 3 or almost 4 p.m. I was exhausted. Like, I was tired. I was tired. I was so tired. I was like, by the time I even got out of the airport and waited, because there was a car waiting to take me to my quarantine location and stuff. By the time I got outside, like got outside of the airport waiting for the car to arrive, like, so this is the Canada that has stressed me. So this is like, literally, I'm just like I was like, chai, finally, like, this is the most stressful journey of my entire life till now. I've not been on any journey that was that's rough. The flight was good. I mean, there was space, so nobody was sitting beside me in plane. Like I could just, you know, chill and stuff. With the food, I'm not really a fan of plain food, so I was just like, I cannot even just wait to land and just even breathe, like land knowing that I'm done traveling. And you know, it was COVID time, so I had to be careful, wear your mask the entire flight, sanitizing, wipes and all of that stuff. It's like, it was so stressful. So yeah, I did my 14 days quarantine at the hotel, and then as per my school's requirements, you have to do another COVID test after the 14 days. So I had to go do another COVID test, and obviously it was negative. So yeah, I still had classes and stuff. In fact, the next day I actually even had, like, let's say I got to Canada, like, let's say Thursday night. By Friday morning I had a presentation. I was the one that was going to present in my class, like 8 a.m. class. See, the jet lag, the stress, I cannot even overemphasize. It was a lot of stress. Honestly, I was exhausted, and you know, I had to deal with the stress, the jet lag, and you know, overall adjusting to moving to a new environment. Like, visiting is one thing, but when you know, like, you're here, like you're actually here, so you have to, it's a lot of adjusting to do, like, mentally. So yeah, that sums up my entire flight from Nigeria to Canada during the pandemic, the waiting, the stress, the everything. But yeah, I'm still grateful for the entire process. So yeah, I would say moving to another country is exciting and stuff, you know, you're excited and everything, but to be honest, you have to prepare your mind, mentally, emotionally, everything, because you're literally starting your life from scratch and stuff, you know. If you have family or friends here, you know, it won't be that bad because you have people around you. But if you're coming here alone where you don't know anybody, you need extra preparation. So that's what I'll say. Anyway, that's the story of how I got here and stuff, you know. If you have any questions or video suggestions, comments, leave me comments. You guys, I reply to all comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got to know me a little more, because I don't think I really shared this process at all. I only shared how to apply for the study visa and stuff. But anyway, thank you guys for watching so much. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.